last minute change the we had to last minute change the Zoom, but we're undeterred. I am your host tonight, a co-host tonight, Rodney Langford. Um, so happy to have you guys here. We um, we are honored and excited about what we have here tonight. If you're on this call for the first time and you don't know what you're doing here, um, we're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about what we do for a living. The folks you see on the Zoom, we're for the most part, we are all entrepreneurs. We are all in business for ourselves, but not by ourselves. We are working together. My co-host, Mr. Luther Harris, there, who is dressed way better than me tonight, uh, and I will be taking you on a little journey for the next 25 to 30 minutes and talking about not necessarily uh, the dollars and cents, but why you're here. You know, why Plexus is a viable option for you. And the first question you may ask is, what's Plexus? What am I doing here? Well, let me start answering some of those questions. First and foremost, like I said, this is what we do. We share about this amazing opportunity. We are a gut health company. Luther's going to talk a lot more about Plexus in just a minute. But what we do is we build distribution streams. We build avenues for companies to move product. Some people call that direct sales, affiliate marketing, network marketing. We're professional network marketers. My wife and I, Lita, who you heard at the start of the call, we are what's called diamond ambassadors. We have a diamond emerald home. That's just a title, very similar to what you would see in real estate or insurance or anything like that. It just means that we love Plexus and we move a lot of product. We have a very successful organization and we have the honor and privilege of helping other people do the same. We make a very strong six-figure income. We have a household with 9 kids in it. We have a blended family of 9 children, and life's fun. But as we get into the call tonight, we're probably going to raise a lot of questions. We're probably going to answer a lot of the questions you have. Whatever we do, don't let your head hit the pillow tonight without getting back in touch with the person who invited you on this call and seeing what your next step is. And before I talk too much, I'm going to turn this over to Mr. Luther Harris, and he's going to tell you a little bit about this amazing company we work with.
Right. So the first thing you guys might be wondering, as Rodney said, I'm Luther. Hail from Flowery Branch, Georgia. Currently in Orlando in a very interesting Airbnb situation, but it's totally fine. But really excited that you guys are here tonight. Plexus, if you're wondering what Plexus is, what do they do? These products Rodney keeps talking about. Plexus was founded in 2008, and it is the OG gut health company. That's the original gut health company. We've spent the last 16 years specializing in all natural, highly sourced, non-GMO supplements that target your overall health by balancing your gut microbiome. That's what Plexus is. That's what all of our products are geared towards, is improving your overall health by balancing and working to fix your gut imbalance, gut microbiome imbalance. This is a company that has always been for the people, by the people. The first product that this company ever created was a breast check kit, and so they've always cared for people. Now the flagship product is the triplex product, which is a system for your gut microbiome that helps to weed the gut of bad things, seed the good gut microbes into your system, and feed those gut microbiomes so that as you get more good in your system, the inflammation leaves your body, your gut motility increases, and that is what leads to less inflammation, more healthier bowel movements and things of that nature. It's all through gut health balance. Gut health balance targets your blood sugar, and from there it goes out into the rest of your body. Your gut is your the central part of your body. 70% of your immune system is created in your gut. So if your gut is not functioning properly, your body is not functioning properly. All of your dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine, all of those hormones that are happy hormones, all of those things are created in your gut. It starts in your gut. And so taking care of your gut takes care of you. And so it's vitally important that you target your gut health.
Yeah, that's right. So why I at the start of the call I said we're all business owners here. Why did we partner with Plexus? Well, Luther just told you, the company's founded in 2008, amazing product line, but the power of the product is really why most of us are here. Almost all of us have a testimony that's honestly kind of amazing. The belief level in the products we represent is tremendously high. For myself, I'm 45 now, but I was widowed in my late 30s, and I'd love to say that I dealt with my grief, in a positive way, but I dealt with it with a fork, and I gained about 150 pounds. I've always been big. I was a college football player, but I found myself widowed, grossly overweight, raising 3 kids. Um, I knew I had a big problem when I was in a air conditioned basement and I was sweating, and I went to the thermostat and it said 59 degrees. I made an appointment with my doctor. He said, "Son," he said, "you're a prime candidate for a stroke." I was borderline diabetic. My cholesterol was through the roof. My blood pressure through the roof. I had gout. I had restless leg syndrome. I was on Ambien to sleep through the night. I was in rough shape, and he told me I'd better do something quickly. I tried going to the gym. I was so big, I would injure myself every time I go to the gym. And I felt hopeless. I felt like I'm never going to lose any weight. I'm never going to get healthy. And that's when I was introduced to Plexus. Our anchor product is called the Triplex. It's actually 3 products in one. It does exactly what Luther says. It balances your blood sugar. It gets your gut health uh, healthy. And it's 3 products. It's called ProBio 5, it's called BioCleanse, and a thing we call the pink drink. And I have one here, and I've misplaced it. But you just mix it in a bottle of water and drink it. I was like, you know what? I'm fat as mud, but I can take 2 pills and I can drink some pink drink every day. And so I did, and it wasn't overnight, but it was pretty quick. The weight started coming off, started feeling better, went back to my doctor. My A1C, which is what they measure for blood sugar, for diabetes, had dropped 6 whole points. My blood pressure had come back. My cholesterol had come back. I didn't have gout anymore. He took me off the Ambien. I was starting to get healthy. It all started in my gut. And so my belief level in these products is through the roof. And Luther, I know you have a similar story if you want to share it with everyone too, because I think that's your story as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was a guy that's always been pretty fit. I've worked out 5, 6 days a week in the gym all the time. I was a trainer in the gym. But my poor eating habits from my youth began to catch up with me at about the age of 30, 31. I had always had digestive issues. They came and they went. And so I didn't think I needed gut health because I was a young, fit, 31-year-old, guy that did all of the right things, right? But what I discovered is there's a difference between being fit and being healthy. And so when I started taking these products, the things that had started to creep up, the acid reflux, the IBS symptoms, the almost oopses, with my stomach, like all of the gas, the just the immense amount of gas that I had in my system after every time I ate. When I started taking these products, within 2 weeks, all of those things left. All right. I got introduced because I was at the gym to train, having a bad stomach day. And a friend of mine was like, "Have you ever taken Plexus?" And I actually had taken Plexus, but I decided that I didn't need it because I was young and dumb. That's just the truth. And so this time when I started Plexus, my wife was appreciative because I wasn't belching anymore and I wasn't passing gas anymore. I'm just going to be real with y'all tonight. Okay. My acid reflux went away. I had more energy. I was feeling better. Everything was starting to fall in place. This was the piece that I needed that I did not know I needed as a part of my health journey. My body fat dropped and it has stayed down. And so all of the things that I was trying to do by working out 5, 6 days a week that I wasn't able to accomplish working out 5, 6 days a week began to be accomplished because it wasn't that I wasn't fit. It wasn't that I wasn't doing a thing. I was not healthy on the inside. I looked healthy on the outside, but I wasn't healthy on the inside. And these products got me healthy so that I could be more present for my family, so that I can do the things that I need to do for my family every day. Go to work, come home, have energy for my kids, have energy for my wife, and be present in the home. And that's what these products, that's why I'm so passionate about what these products have done for me. I can eat ice cream now, which is something I've never been able to do. I don't even deal with lactose intolerance anymore. My family used to go out to ice cream dates, and I would have to stay home or sit there and watch them eat ice cream. You know how sad that is? Right? Like, I'm sitting there watching my family ice cream. You don't want any? No, I can't have any, man. That'll send me straight to the bathroom. I can eat ice cream with my family now. And that doesn't seem like a big deal, but that's a really big deal for me because those memories mean a lot. So y'all can tell I'm really passionate about what we do. I'm really passionate about these products, but I'm gonna kick it back over to Rodney because we got to keep it moving.
Well, we tell you the stories, our personal testimonies, to let you know that the products work. We believe in them so much so that we would hop on a call on a Thursday night, and share this opportunity. And you're probably thinking like, well, okay, what do you do? Like, what do you do? And it's pretty simple. This is what we do. We share about these products with other people. We are what's called brand ambassadors for Plexus, and we represent them. We're products of the products. We're loyal to our own products. We take those, but we sell and we market them. And we help other people. Like I said at the first of the call, my wife and I, we make a strong 6-figure income with Plexus. We support our entire family from Plexus. It's what we do. And we're passionate in it because my background's in construction. My wife's background, she was a homesteader and a singer. Like, we had no sales, marketing. We didn't know anything about this type of work. And what we've been able to do is partner with these amazing business owners and the community of Plexus and actually be taught and trained how to build this. We did this in addition to what we currently do. And about 4 years ago, we were able to replace my income. My background, I was a vice president of a Fortune 50 construction company, a home building company. We replaced my executive income, and now do full-time Plexus, and I get to cherry pick. Building's in my blood, but I get to cherry pick what I do now. I go to work because I want to, because I have a talent and skill that I want to enjoy, not because I have to pay bills. It's a different way of living. What impressed me most about the Plexus community was it wasn't people teaching theory. It's people who have actually done the work. I'd sat in so many classes in college where I had professors teaching entrepreneurship and business that had never been in business for themselves. They were teaching complete theory out of a book. And one of the things that just struck me so deeply was that I was learning how to build this business from people who had done it. And they were teaching me because we all had a vested interest in everyone's success. Okay. And so what I like to do on these calls, what Luther and I like to do, is we like to bring in people who have had tremendous success with Plexus, who aren't teaching theory, to share their story and why Plexus made such a difference for them, and why Plexus was a viable option for them to start and grow. So the couple that I'm bringing on tonight are amazing folks. They're from North Central Pennsylvania. They are dairy farmers. They have a generational dairy farm, hundreds and hundreds of acres. And they're probably some of the busiest people I've ever met. I didn't realize how busy a farm is until, I met Derick and Bree Coolidge. And so what I want them to do is they're going to come on and they're going to just talk about their experience with Plexus and why Plexus was a viable option for their family with all they had going on. So Derick and Bree, floor is yours.
Hey, y'all.
Thank you.
So excited to be here. So guys, we could not get on this call. 8 years in, I'm usually on Zooms. Derick is always the passionate supporter in the background. I've never had trouble getting on a Zoom before. I couldn't get on my computer, and then I couldn't get on my phone. And so we're just these little thumbnails because we're going to try to make this work so that we can be on here for you. But I want to take y'all back 8 years ago when we started this, and even a little bit further. I was a teacher. That's what I went to school to be. And when before we were parents, anybody else, drop a 1 in the comments if you had all these like hopes and dreams that you were going to do. You had your whole life planned out. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, yeah, that's not what I'm going to do at all. That's the story of my life, I feel like. So we had our first 2 kids. I was still teaching at the time, and I really did not want to go back. I wanted to be able to be at home. And when we were on maternity leave for our second daughter, we unexpectedly found out we were pregnant with our son. And so I went to Derick one day, and I was just like, and I had crazy health issues, y'all. I had 4 different autoimmune disorders in a 3-year time span. At that point in time, our oldest daughter, who is now 14, had her first anaphylactic attack. By the time she was 5, she had over 30 different intolerances. And so I went to Derick and I was like, I just don't think that I want to go back to teaching. And this man did not hesitate to just be like, don't go. We'll figure it out. I don't know if y'all know anything about farming in general, but it is not always lucrative, but it is very long, long hours. And farmers, if you have the privilege to know them, it runs deep in their blood. So and I'll let him talk a little bit about his day, but he was leaving by 3:30 every morning. During the summer, it was long, long hours with me at home with the kids. And so we needed a little bit of extra. I started a vinyl business in my basement. I was working for my dad a little bit. And then I had somebody that came to me and was like, hey, you should try Plexus. Y'all, I literally told them to never message me again. Anybody else ever feel like that? Like, yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. And maybe some of y'all are even on here and you're like, okay, I'll get on just to like support you. That was me too. And so I started the products. I started reading a lot about gut health. I knew that our daughter needed it too. And I shared with my mom before I did not want to do this for a business. I said I would never, ever do this. I was never going to be that girl. We were never going to be that family. And I shared with my mom, my sister-in-law, and a friend, because we're sharing society, right? If you share coupons, you share whatever. I mean, we share restaurants, we share everything every single day. And so I just shared with them. We got the first paycheck back from Plexus because it's like actual cash money, which I did not realize my view of network marketing was like, hey, you're going to earn 50 cents so you can go and buy more products to store in your closet and go to the next party. Like that's what I thought network marketing was. And so we got the first paycheck back, and I will never forget the feeling of knowing that there was something that I could do from my phone to be present with our kids, because we've got 3. We had 3 kids in 3 years. It was busy, but that I could contribute to the family and that it would take stress off of his back. Because y'all, we don't have more time in the day, right? Like he could not go and get an extra job outside unless he wanted to work from like midnight to 3 o'clock in the morning. Like that wasn't an option. You don't have more time in your day to be able to do that. But with this, you do have more time. I could be really present with our kids. I could be really present with him. And residual income is something that's completely different. And I fast learned that, because when you get to help other people feel good and then help them help other people feel good, it just exponentially exploded our time. We get to do so much stuff with the community now. I help with our little league. I help with our booster club. I get to be soccer mom. I get to be school mom for our kids. We get to have our kids in private schooling. There's so many things that this opportunity affords to us.
Yeah, I'm just grateful for the opportunity for Plexus. The community of friends that we've created in Plexus is probably one of the best blessings. But the income, when she decided to stay home, we decided we needed to do something different. We started milking 3 times a day. That's 6, 2, and 10. The last shift we got done at midnight. We were back up at 5 in the morning to start 6 o'clock milking again. So I was staying out all day. There's weeks that I'd go without seeing our kids, even though our farm's 700 yards from our house. I was up before they were awake and they were asleep before I got home. But I did that because she chose to stay home. That's my passion. I love farming. She found this, and this is now her passion. And since then, we've since sold the dairy. We're grain farming, but the extra added income has blessed us that we can have some time freedom. Don't have to go quite so hard. It's been a real blessing. But the health side of it, the allergy for our daughter that she no longer has, and then my wife's illnesses, it's just been a true blessing. But the community of people that's in Plexus might be the biggest blessing of all, and just great people all the way around.
And if y'all are on here together, one of the biggest blessings for our marriage too, we had not traveled together. And that was something, I mean, y'all know, like kids take over, right? And if you're home, your kids need you and there's sports to go to. And I think one of the biggest things for us is to just be able to reconnect on free trips. Like, who doesn't love a free trip? So it had been 10 years since our honeymoon until the first Plexus trip that we were able to take together. And to just be able to do that is such a huge blessing. And now for us, our kids are 10, 12, and 14. They are in every sport known to man. And so if y'all know what that's like, if you have one kid or you have 10 kids, it's constant schedules, right? It's trying to maneuver who's going to be here and who's going to be here. And we talk about it all the time that we don't have to pick anymore. We don't have to pick who's going to go where. We can both go at 3 o'clock in the afternoon if we need to, because we are country. And so I just got our daughter's softball schedule today, and some of her games are almost 2 hours away. And I know that that's something that we both get to go and we both get to do when we get to travel together again. And I know that he would have made it work when COVID kind of tanked the dairy industry, right? Restaurants were closed, schools were closed. And so I know that in the middle of all of that, he would have had to go find something else outside of the house. And we got to make a pivot as a family, and he didn't have to leave ever. Like, our kids do not know, because we started this when they were 2, 3, and 5. They don't know what it's like to not have both parents home every single morning. They don't know what it's like anymore to not have us tuck them both in at night. I mean, they have a routine. Like, I go in and I rub my son's back, and then Derick goes in and he rubs his back. Like, they don't know that that's not normal. And that's our passion in this, to be able to help other people experience that, not just the health, but the time flexibility and the time freedom for that. And then, like Derick said, to be able to have, I mean, Roddy and Alita are two of our favorite people in the world, and to be able to just book a flight to go to Nashville and hang out with them, like, that doesn't happen in another world without network marketing and residual income.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you guys so much for sharing. Thank you for being on the call. You know, I think they hit everything. Like, why is Plexus a viable option? Do you want to get healthy? Yeah, the products work. They do. Literally thousands and thousands of personal testimonies. They work. The money's real. The opportunity is amazing. You know, I don't know how a dairy farmer finds margin in his day to make extra money. They just described what they do. You know, I was a contractor. In order to make the type of money that we make on a yearly basis, residually and passively, I had to take out $1 million loans. I mean, not $1 million, multi-million-dollar loans to make half of what we make residually through this opportunity. And Derick, you know, he talked about the community. That's probably the strongest benefit here. Like I said, I was a contractor. My wife was a singer and a homesteader. Everything we know, we learned from this community how to build this business. So if you're sitting there tonight and we told you, you know, we use the products, we tell people about the products. That's what we do. You have questions, get back with the person who invited you on this call. They'll answer your questions, and then plug into the community. Get started and see what this will do for you. I get asked all the time, does this really work? Yes, it works for anybody who wants to work it. And that's the truth. If you have a desire for more, you have a why, you want to see your kids more. You want a little more money than month at the end of the month. Whatever that why is, Plexus, our tagline is health, hope, and happiness. Figure out what you want, get with the person who invited you, and come back to this call and let us help you get on the path to starting your business and getting the health that you want. Luther, you got anything for the folks?
Man, I couldn't say it any better than that. Again, if you, especially you men on this call, if you're looking for an opportunity that is going to increase your presence, and also your provision, this is it. We have a pandemic of presentless fathers in America right now. And so if you want to increase your presence in your home while also increasing your provision, this is the opportunity that's going to provide that for you. There are not many others that are going to do that.
Very well said. Very well said. Well, on behalf of Louver, I'm Rodney Langford. It's been an honor hosting you guys tonight. And like I said, get back with the person who invited you, and we'll see you back soon. Have a good evening.